Ukrainian troops cheered and celebrated as they shot down a Russian drone with a British-made missile launcher. Footage shared by Yuri Kochevenko, a former armed forces communication officer, shows a soldier firing the laser-guided missile at the drone moving across the sky in Ukraine before raising his middle finger towards the wreckage. Those around him can be heard clapping and cheering as the missile downs its target. "Thank you, Great Britain. Allied support is utilized effectively," Mr. Kochevenko wrote, captioning the video. Let's take a short break with the sponsor of today's video, Ground News. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has triggered a wave of falsehoods on social media and the airwaves. Since the war began, our comments section has been flooded with messages from people telling us about misleading videos on their social media feeds and troll accounts promoting conspiracy theories. Now the world have the first news comparison platform, which process every day more than 30,000 stories, gathering related articles in one place so readers can see which media outlets are reporting on an issue and compare coverage in real time. For example, if we see this story EU adds 21 Russian airlines to those banned in EU. We can see that 29 news sources are reporting about this. From them, 6 are leaning left, 7 are leaning right and 2 are in the center. So the biased distribution is saying that 47% of the sources lean right. With this simple tool you can see is the story is someone's propaganda or relevant article. If you want to be well informed, then check in the link in the description, Ground News/Warthog, and download the free app to start Think Freely. A convoy of Russian tanks has been picked off one by one in the Donbas in the latest blow to the Kremlin, footage appears to show. The video allegedly shows an ambush from Ukraine's 54th Separate Mechanized Brigade targeting the invading tanks in Donetsk. Russian forces are focusing their offensive in the eastern Ukrainian region after suffering heavy losses in major central cities, but they are still meeting fierce resistance. The footage shows the tanks exploding into fireballs while they are stationed on a rural road. The video was shared by Come Back Alive, a Ukrainian non-profit raising funds for troops resisting the brutal invasion. They wrote, "Such a fate awaits every Kremlin assassin who comes to liberate Ukraine." The brigade added, somewhere in the territory of Donetsk region, 2 tanks of occupiers were destroyed and a few more were burning. The General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces said on Facebook that Ukrainian soldiers on April 10 downed another Russian Orlan-10 drone using the Starstreak missile system. The military wrote, in Kharkiv region, the air defense unit of a separate airborne assault brigade with British-made Mantid Starstreak successfully destroyed another Russian U of Orlan-10. Ukraine's allies in Europe are moving beyond their usual emphasis on diplomacy and sanctions in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, with a new focus on urgently arming Kyiv as the best chance at changing Vladimir Putin's decision-making. After 6 weeks of a war that sanctions have done little to ease and no sign that negotiations with Russia will produce any result, some of the bloc's least likely warriors are calling for more weapons. On Monday, Germany's foreign minister, Annalena Baerbock, from the traditionally pacifist Green Party, called for sending more military equipment, above all heavy weapons. There is no time to make excuses. The shift partly comes as European nations accept that sanctions have done little to crimp Russia's ability to fund its military operations, and several nations continue to resist the toughest actions over fears they would also hit their own economies. Many of the measures introduced by the EU, such as restrictions on technology exports, are designed to impact the Russian economy over time. In terms of short-term impact, the bloc has few tools left at its disposal other than sanctioning Russia's oil and gas, and on that member states remain divided. An EU diplomat also noted that the bloc's assessment of how to inflict pain on the Russian government doesn't always square with Putin's own strategic calculations. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.